Hey guys, what's going on? Look, I hope all is well with each of you. Look, got some great news. I want to do this quick video and kind of let you hear this great news. Well, it's not going to come from me. It's actually going to come from another source. But you probably remember back in the summer, we were in Orlando and I did a video from Orlando. I was putting out just a simple video about the vaccination, and particularly at that time, it was still a very hot topic. And I just put out a simple little video, and I was just trying to, give information that was unbiased to any political party. It was unbiased to any race or ethnicity. It was just information that we needed to be able to make a good, informed decision about our own persons and about what we needed to do with our family. And you know that my video was taken down and I was cited for giving medical misinformation. And I wasn't even the one giving the medical information. It was coming from a doctor. But this time it's coming from media. So I want to do this quick video. Maybe this one won't be taken down because it's coming from media, right? We'll see. But look, just want to give this little quick video. It's going to be some great news for some people. I understand that a lot of people are divided on this issue, but there's a reason for that. And I'm probably going to address that one Sunday. I don't know. What do you think? You guys let me know in the comment. Do I need to address it one Sunday? And we'll deal with that. See you when I see you. I hope you have a great week. Bye.
Kim, what's on your radar?
Well, good news for millions of Americans. Biden's vaccine mandate for private companies has been officially halted. The mandate required businesses with over 100 employees to either require everyone be vaccinated or tested weekly and wear masks. The Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals put an emergency temporary hold on the vaccine mandate until they could fully look it over. Then within days, the court issued a scathing 22-page opinion reading Biden's mandate, the Riot Act, and ordered the federal government to stop enforcement. The court said the mandate was fatally flawed constitutionally for a number of reasons. First, the administration openly admitted it was looking for a workaround to force Americans into the vaccine and just ended up landing on OSHA, but would have used any vehicle they could find. The court wondered what makes a company with 100 employees so much more hazardous than a company with 99, since this mandate only applies to companies with 100 employees or more. Also, if this is such an emergency, why was Biden waiting 90 days to begin the mandate? Quote, the mandate is staggeringly overbroad, applying to 2 out of 3 private sector employees in America. In workplaces as diverse as the country itself, the mandate fails to consider what is perhaps the most salient fact of all. The ongoing threat of COVID-19 is more dangerous to some employees than to other employees. All else equal, a 28-year-old trucker spending the bulk of his workday in the solitude of his cab is simply less vulnerable to COVID-19 than a 62-year-old prison janitor. Likewise, a naturally immune unvaccinated worker is presumably at less risk than an unvaccinated worker who has never had the virus. The list goes on. But one constant remains. The mandate fails almost completely to address or even respond to much of this reality and common sense. Now, I agree with them, but a lot of this, unfortunately, doesn't seem to be common sense for many these days. Now, as a result, OSHA has now announced it is suspending the mandate for private companies pending future developments in the litigation, if there ever are any. Now, though the mandates have been halted for private companies, there are still mandates in effect for federal employees and contractors, military and healthcare workers. And there are numerous lawsuits challenging each one of these, so we'll keep you posted if there are any developments. Now, the entire point of the mandates is to stop or slow the spread of COVID, not just Biden's worker mandates, but also the mandate to attend events, schools, to travel, or even to just go out to bars and restaurants in some cities. The government, media, and Fauci have told us we all need to be vaccinated in order to end the pandemic. It's so important that the government is telling us to get the jab or lose our jobs. It's so important that the government is requiring us to be vaccinated in order to roam freely and enjoy our lives. So many Americans did it. But let's take a look at some recent headlines. The definition of fully vaccinated is changing to 3 COVID-19 doses. Are you fully vaccinated? Did you do it so you could just live your life freely? Well, you might need another dose to gain access to that bar you love. Now that booster doses are being required in places like the UK and Israel in order to be considered fully vaccinated, many are wondering if a mandatory 3rd shot or 2nd shot of Johnson & Johnson will be required here in the U.S. as well. As of right now, in the U.S., the booster dose is recommended, not required. But as soon as the FDA and CDC give the green light for everyone to get the booster, this very well could change, especially with headlines like these. 8 dead, 89 infected after COVID outbreak at Connecticut nursing home. Greer Village Senior Community has 70 residents. 67 of them, as well as 22 staffers, have caught COVID in the past month and a half. And every single one of them, except for 2, were fully vaccinated. This isn't a unique story. In fact, this is exactly what health officials in Israel were warning us about. These vaccines wear off quickly. They're unlike any other vaccines we've ever been required to take. Other vaccines, like polio and measles, which are required to attend school, give you immunity. The smallpox vaccine, which was mandated in certain cities, gave a person immunity. Once you get the vaccine, you can't get the virus. You're safe. Simple as that. Sure, there's maybe a few breakthrough cases, but they genuinely are rare, very rare. We don't hear about millions of people breaking out with measles or polio after being vaccinated. Now it's possible that a third dose will do it. A third dose might just be the magic bullet. It's still a little too early to tell, but take a look at this headline. Christmas canceled in world's most vaxxed place after exponential rise in COVID cases. Now, Gibraltar has vaccinated 100% of its population with 2 doses of the Pfizer vaccine and have given the majority of their adults a booster dose as well. They are the most vaccinated country on earth after rapidly deploying mass vaccinations beginning back in February. Yet, with much of its population triple jabbed and everybody double jabbed, they are currently experiencing a larger outbreak than they've seen since before they rolled out a single shot. The virus is moving so fast, they've decided to cancel all large Christmas celebrations. Not ideal. Now, if more and more people in the U.S. are pushed into the initial 2-dose vaccine and everyone else into a third booster and parents into giving it to their ultra-low-risk children, and we still see no benefit like in Gibraltar, our public health officials, politicians, and media will have done irreparable harm to the trust given to them by the American people. And that is, I think, the biggest fear in all of this, in looking at this. From my opinion, I think we're eventually going to get to a point where we realize the vaccine is not the path to ending the pandemic. It's a great tool for keeping people safe for a period of time, to buy us some time, to potentially get us, treatments. I know Pfizer's coming out with their pill that'll hopefully save some lives. And we'll kind of get to this point. But as more Americans are feeling coerced, not able to live their lives, losing their jobs from the lockdowns, all of these ramifications from this. And if it ends up that nothing worked and we just followed the leader, I don't know if people will trust the leader anymore after this. And that is, I don't know what happens when there's another pandemic in the future.